Welcome to the very first episode of Spotlight Station, the show where we get to talk to a variety of artists from all around the world once a week. From content creators and streamers to visionaries and beyond, be prepared to gain helpful insight into this crazy thing called life. With that said, move over Steve Wozniak, because I want to give a very warm welcome to the one, the only, the Luigi Master 1000.
Hello, thank you. Nice to do this again. I enjoy this. I enjoy hanging out with you. It's a lot of fun.
I agree. Do you want me to call you the Luigi Master 1000 or Luigi for short?
You can just do Luigi for short. Most people just call him by Luigi. Makes it easier.
Okay. Well, thank you, Luigi, for kicking off Spotlight Station. Super excited to have you on the show.
It starts with only me? Oh, that's fantastic. Hey, no problem. Thanks for inviting me.
Absolutely. So let's go ahead and jump right into the question, shall we? So, Luigi, you're really big into tech. Can you tell us how you kind of got started in that area?
So I did a lot of gaming because I'm an only child. Video games and gaming was like my biggest thing. I got like an iPod or something back in the day. Then I was able to learn about what YouTube was. And then I started watching YouTube and watching playthroughs and stuff like that. And then I saw the world of PC building. And I went down that rabbit hole so much that I asked for my 16th birthday to build my first ever PC. Fun, and I've just liked tech ever since. Anytime that anyone would need help in like the school plays, or if someone would need help just in general, I was usually just able to bring the information together.
So you're big into tech, you're big into building PCs, and I know you got into streaming. So why did you kick off into streaming?
I guess I should go ahead and make this clear that I actually kicked off on YouTube first. So I done YouTube for pretty much as long as I've had some form of a computer. Because my first ever little computer I ever had that was like solely mine was just like cheapo, like $200 netbook. So I couldn't download anything else except for just basic applications. I used to record the screen, like the CRT screen, and play games on it and just upload them with no editing, no subtitles, no nothing. And I started making some group channels with a few of my friends. My most popular video on that channel was me doing Family Feud, but making it basically only two people are doing it. So I would be the host and then playing half the characters, and then my other friend would be playing half the characters / the audio.
All right, Luigi, we're going to go off script a little bit. Rank the Family Feud hosts.
Including me? I'm the top, obviously. Ricky Lake would be at the bottom. Then I'll go with Al Roker. So then 6 would be Louis Anderson. 5 would be Richard Karn. 4 would be John O'Hurley. I don't really have a number 3. I have a 2A and 2B. So 2B would be Richard Dawson. 2A would be Steve Harvey.
That ain't no good answer.
And for me personally, I liked Ray Combs the best. I liked his humor the best. The questions were more thought of, in my opinion. And I think that he had a genuine fun with the show. So that's my listing.
Thank you for that, Luigi. So you talked about how you bridged into YouTube and streaming. Digging deeper into that, where do you get all of your inspiration from?
One person who I take inspiration from was a guy named SSOHPKC, or we can just call him Seamus to make it easier for us. He was one of the first people who I really discovered on YouTube, and he used to play a lot of Mario ROM hacks, but he would also play like GTA and stuff like that. So he is someone who I look up to as well, because his sarcastic sense of humor always made it fun to watch. And it was always just funny to hear what he was going to say, because sometimes he'll be on the track of something and then something would happen. He would immediately just go right into that different direction. There's a group that I used to watch a lot called The Creatures. Each one of them had their funniest part. Anyone on The Creatures, really, I watched their personal channels for a while, and I really like. And I also take inspiration from people who, not really anyone in particular, but anyone who I can see who has like a good energy to them, that has a good energy, but is also very realistic.
Cool. That's awesome. That's a really, really good insight there. Thank you for that, Luigi. So the next question is, you have a lot of like design and you have a lot of really cool stuff like going on with your background and stuff like that. Where does your inspiration for design come from? And kind of like, what do you do as far as like from a design standpoint on your channels?
So I try to make things that I like. In general, I decided to do this like purple and black because I think in the camera it brings a lot of good contrast on it, and also with how having the LED lighting on the floor and the LED lights that you can see right there as well too, that I can beam up or move around and stuff. And also, if I want to make it super specific, I could also always add like a cabinet or a shelf back here for posters or like figurines and stuff like that to make it maybe like stream specific or make it content specific for a YouTube channel.
For sure. So the next question, thank you for that. The next question is, what advice do you have for someone who is thinking about getting started or currently has their own channel?
I guess we'll go with who's getting started. So I actually get that question asked a lot more than what I thought I would. In general, if you're thinking about starting, just do it. Just do it. Because I started my YouTube journey with a netbook recording a screen. And here I am now with a, 3 monitor setup with 2 cameras and lighting everywhere and sets behind it and stuff. You have to start from somewhere. So as long as the content that you're wanting to make, you have a means to do that content and make it still look good, but make it on the cheap, I think really makes a big difference. There's a lot of people who want to do maybe like music stuff, or people who want to do gaming and stuff. You don't have to have a super amazing computer to just record your gameplay. You can grab something like an Elgato from eBay, or even just your iPhone screen too. If you're wanting to play like mobile games and stuff, your iPhone screen can be captured. Don't be afraid just to get started, and don't be afraid to join communities that you're really interested in. So if you're really into tech, or if you're really into gaming and stuff, find some communities maybe through Twitch or through YouTube or Facebook Gaming or something like that that allows you to interact with those type of people. And you might even be able to buy things off of them if they're willing to give some stuff away to give someone a better start. So don't think that you have to have huge production value just to get started on YouTube. A decent $20 microphone and an okay mid-range laptop can get you halfway to where I had it back in the day, where I use strictly a netbook recording a screen with no external microphone. Everything was internally on the laptop. So have fun with it. Don't worry about the numbers and just do it.
I think that's really, really awesome advice that you're giving there, Luigi. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
So I know you mentioned a couple, speaking of communities and channels, you mentioned a couple earlier in this video. Do you have any communities or channels you want to shout out?
Well, I have a lot of communities where I kind of hang out with other streamers and stuff, and then those communities kind of work together more. So one thing that I've started that I've tried to keep up with still today is a group that I help co-create called The Nest. Right now it's just me and one other person for the moment, but it's basically just a group of friends playing video games and just having fun. We don't really do too much production value and stuff. It's kind of game grumpy, and so we're just having fun playing video games. But I also do work with, obviously yours truly has Retnu over here. I also work with a few people from the Twitch St. Louis community. I mean, they're really, really awesome. And then those people have their own communities. And I also have one of my really good friends. His name is Chai. He's a super awesome streamer. And The Nest, obviously. That was my first group that I did that actually was able to be a little bit more serious with. And I've always enjoyed working with people on The Nest. So yeah, those are my 3 main people, or 3 main communities I want to shout out.
So what can you expect when you tune into twitch.tv/the Luigi Master 1000?
So we try to have fun and just hang out and chat, and we'll talk about current events. We'll talk about, things that are very personal in my life that I feel like people want to see a side of. But we also are here for the memes and the laughs, and all together, we're just trying to have a good time and just not have to worry about anything for a few hours. Just hang out, have fun, and give people a escape, since reality kind of isn't the funnest thing all the time. So giving people 2 to 3 to 4 hours of fun and laughter, or just actually kind of decent gameplay and stuff really makes me very happy. I do it all for everybody else because I I already pretty much have what I need in my life right now. If I can just make one person laugh and have a good time, that's what I believe in the most.
Very awesome. And with that, I want to thank you, Luigi, for being on Spotlight Station. We would love to have you back.
Thank you for inviting me. This is really fun. I like this.
Be sure to check out the Luigi Master 1000 on Twitch, YouTube, and all other socials.
Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and this was a lot of fun. And thank you to Hez for inviting me on to his show. This was a lot of fun. So thank you guys all for hanging out with us, and yay!
If you would like to be a future guest feature on Spotlight Station, feel free to reach out to me on any of my socials. See the link in the description below. And be sure to tune in next week as we will be featuring Big Boss AP. As always, thank you for liking, commenting down below, subscribing to the channel, and clicking that bell.